prison protocol. Guess what the topic is, guys? Drugs and smuggling. Now, your boy OG Black, if you guys know anything about him, I'm going to give you guys a little rundown about myself. I was put in prison for 2 reasons: money laundering and dope sales. What's up, guys? Your boy OG Black with Prison Protocol. How you guys doing? Smash, like, subscribe. Hit that little OG button on the bottom. A little nice little face with the skull. That is me. If you hit that, you will be subscribed to my channel. Make sure you check your phone so you get all notifications. Don't forget, guys, we have the OG Black Q&A every night at 9 o'clock. Remember, guys, the stories I tell you is not for you guys to get in this life, man. The stories I tell you are so you guys to get out of this life, or if you're interested to know about this life that I've lived through, this is definitely your channel. It's your boy OG Black, and I'm going to give you guys 3 generations of knowledge and personal experiences that I've been through. That way you don't have to go through what I went through. I'm going to smash you guys out today with drugs and smuggling. Now, your boy OG Black, if you guys know anything about him, I'm going to give you guys a little rundown about myself. I was put in prison for 2 reasons: money laundering and dope sales, or trafficking as they call it. Possession with intent to sell. That's what I actually got charged for at first. Okay, guys, so the way it works in prison, I'm going to give you guys a little story about OG Black. So OG Black on the streets used to move a lot of heroin and a lot of dope and a lot of speed and Los Cante. I was in prison my first term, and the guy that I was working with in prison was running the yard. I was able to get a better price than him, and getting directly dope for my family, I was able to beat down the price that he had. And he said, you know what, OG Black, we're going to go into business. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, sweet. You know, OG Black likes a good little dollar here and there. So to tell you guys the truth, this guy had a solid operation down. He had homeboys, wives come and visit them. And our operation was a real simple one, guys. The wives would get balloons and fill them up with heroin. Different colored balloons, blue ones, red ones, you name it. They would make them as small as possible, and they would get as creative as to be able to burn them where the back end of it, you couldn't even tell. I don't know if they would file it or what. They would even have the little logo for an M on it, like an M&M. Now, the way our get down was we would have a visit from somebody, a loved one, usually your wife or whoever was on the team and was willing to do this, guys. Because remember, guys, a lot of people aren't willing to do this, and it ain't something that's so easily done. So the girls, what they would do was they would keister, and what I mean keister is they would put these M&Ms in their prison pocketbook. And people are like, what's a prison pocketbook? Well, so you guys know, that is the front end for a woman, that is the back end for a man. It's real simple, guys. So the girls would walk in with that, okay? Then they would go to the vending machine. They'd get a bag of Skittles, and they would open it, okay? They would take out the contraband from their woman prison pocket, and then they would start mixing it with the Skittles or with the M&Ms, okay? And the homeboys would start eating them and popping them. They would know how much and how many they could get down in their throat. Now, the whole key is to get them into your throat lodged. That way you don't swallow them and you can get them out. Usually you do it after the visit, when you get to the pad and everything. Sometimes you do it on the way back. It all depends on where you're at and how your visitation works. Now, for this story, we're going to get a little technical and we're going to get a little grimy, guys, okay? So we had a big order coming in, a ½ ounce, which was more than usual. The person who brought this in was a skilled person at this, thank God. And the person that was receiving it was not a skilled person. This is where the story gets interesting. So the lady that was bringing it in had been doing it for years, and she was the wife of a really good homie of mine. Now, the guy that was willing to do it was a youngster. It was his first term, and he wanted some money, and he wanted to have some store, so he volunteered, and we were set. Little Speedy, as he was known on the yard, you know, to us, but that's not his real nickname. We just called him Little Speedy because he was a crackhead. But he was a good little homie. So he went to visit. That month before that, Little Speedy had turned into my neighbor and was a really good kid, man. He was a nice kid. He had a lot of dreams and aspirations. And he was just a good kid by all means. So guys, Speedy told me he went to the visit. He said he did the cha-cha. And Speedy said he came back to the pad and he said he tried to throw him up. And he said nothing would come out. Speedy's neighbor told him, hey dude, you already passed them, homie. They're down in your gut. If they passed your esophagus, he said they're going to pass through your stool now. And Speedy was like, oh man. They said usually your first poop in the morning, you'll pass them. They said by lunch, you should pass them. So Speedy was just munching out like they told him because they said it'd be easier and if he went to the restroom. By 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Speedy had gone to the bathroom twice and nothing was showing, man. He started to get worried. And I'm going to tell you guys how horrible prison is. If you got someone's dope in your stomach, they'll cut your stomach to get their dope out. They don't give a shit. Thank God I'm not that type of guy. But the homie who had the yard and was in charge was tripping. He wanted his dope. You know, whether he was a dope fiend or not, he wanted his dope. So Speedy started tripping and started crying and telling me, they're not going to cut my stomach or the OG Black. I said, I don't know what these mother suckers are going to do. He said, all bad. So guys, on the third day, Speedy drank some soap with water and coffee and he was able to retrieve the little bags. And one of them actually bursted, but the plastic or the balloon just came off of it and he was able to pick it out and get it out. And Speedy said, I thought it was poop at first. He's like, but when I saw it, he goes, it clunked down. He goes, it was carga. He goes, I knew it. I said, that's right, Speedy. Speedy saved the day, as some of us said. He saved himself. He saved a lot of us. And it is what it is, guys. But you got to understand something, guys. In prison, you do what you got to do because you got to do it. There's none of this, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to fight whoever I want to fight. I'm going to go to bed when I want to go to bed. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to change prison. You ain't nobody. You're just some dude that got busted. Okay? Don't try to change the game. The game will change you. That's for sure. Okay? This story is about prison protocol, boys and girls. It's not to get you in this life. It's to get you out. I hope you guys enjoy this, man. I hope you guys learn the facts of what's really going on in life. You know, Speedy almost ended up dying, man, because he ate some drugs for somebody. You know? That's some crazy stuff. And Speedy came from a good family, too. And I want you guys to understand something, man. Prison isn't glorious. Prison isn't beautiful. Prison's a one-way ticket of you losing your loved ones, your children, your mom, everybody. Everybody. By the time you recognize it, they're all gone. They're all dead, and you're stuck. You know, you lose everything you love. Over what? Drugs, money, being cool? It ain't worth it, guys. That's for sure. You know, this is a story about prison protocol and how things are done in prison. You know, and Speedy was on the way of getting cut up for some dope. But on the third day, he was blessed. You know, your guys' boy OG Black ain't trying to here to scare you or think he's hard or to tell you that he's better than anyone, because I'm not. I'm here to tell you my life story, the things that I've been to, things that you guys are curious about, you know, things that you guys want to know. Okay, guys? This is your prison protocol. It's smash, subscribe, like, share, get the notifications, guys. You know, there's only one way out of this life sometimes, and it's in a pine box. And sometimes I got to be grateful that I'm out of this life, guys. And I am. You know, I have a wonderful wife. I have a wonderful family. And sometimes I take it for granted. You know, but I get a hit of reality and I'm back. That's all you need sometimes, guys. A hit of reality and you're back. All right, guys. It's your boy OG Black. Remember, Patreon is open for that fire content. And don't forget, we got some videos coming up. So watch it. Prison Protocol, guys. It's your boy OG Black. And I'm out.